Good day, I'm Jani White. I help women speak up in the moments where their voices matter most.
Jani White is a nationally respected speaker, educator, and communication strategist who coaches women to speak up with clarity and courage and helps schools and leaders build cultures where communication drives trust and transformation. A former New York City public school student, longtime college professor, and co-producer of the Broadway show When My Soul Speaks with Lisa Nichols, Jani has spent her career helping people find their voice in classrooms, communities, and high-stakes moments. She now partners with schools, districts, and change makers to strengthen leadership, confidence, and voice, always anchored in the belief that speaking up changes lives. Please join me in welcoming Miss Jani White.
Thank you, thank you. Ooh, is there excitement in the air? Ooh, amazing energy, a little fire burning in your belly. Today is the celebration we have all been waiting for. I hear it's 211 of you. Through lockdowns and letdowns and growth spurts and growing pains, you stood tall. And here you are, you guys made it. So we need to do one more round of applause for you. And to every single person who stood in their corner, I want to thank you also personally, because your belief is what really built the bridge that they're walking on now, right? So Lavelle Prep, Richmond Prep, this is not a small thing. This is a big, big deal. You are stepping up into a new power, into new presence, into a new life. So before we sprint into tomorrow, though, I want to just pause for a moment, because really stepping up sometimes begins with a whisper, okay? So picture this. You're standing in front of your class. You may have had this experience. If not, it's coming. Poem in hand, with words that really matter to you. Your palms may be sweaty, and your voice pulls back, because that's kind of what our voice does, right? It decides to shrink sometimes when you're in front of others, right? But when you breathe deep and you say, not this time, not today, you give a chance for a stronger whisper to come through. And that whisper says, do it anyway. And that do it anyway is that belief that we need to keep going no matter what. It lets you speak even when your voice cracks. It lets you stand even when your knees are shaking. You guys ever have knees shaking? Right? It helps you to show up even when you're scared. And to guide you, really, I'd like to share something that I use when I work with leaders, with professionals, with other students, and it is called the Believe Way. Because believing in yourself isn't something that just happens one day. It's a lifestyle, all right? It's a way of walking, a way of showing up when the world wants you to be quiet. So, as you follow the Believe Way, you will rise. So keep in mind all of these letters. B is for believe, right? Believe in yourself. Even when it is awkward, even when it is messy, even when you stand alone, even when nobody claps. I've had students, I've had clients that walk into spaces with their heads down, with their hearts heavy, because somehow, someone, somewhere made them feel like everybody else was smarter, was cooler, was prettier. And I know some of you know that story too, because you may be walking in that way. But like a group of young men that are here, that I hear are called, in a group called Brothers Beyond Boundaries. They are picking something different. They're deciding to speak up with integrity and with courage, and we can all do the same thing. Because let me say this clearly. Are you ready? Courage is a muscle. Courage is a muscle, and you need to do things scared. Do them scared until they get easier and easier and easier. Then there's E. E is for embrace challenges. You know what high school is going to bring? Challenges. New faces, new spaces, new questions, because every new chapter has a plot twist, right? There are going to be moments when your courage is going to be tested, but challenge does not show up to test you. It shows up to make you stronger. So do not run away from your challenges. And you may wonder, what challenges is she speaking of? It may be walking into the lunchroom and wondering where to sit. It may be hearing your name whispered and pretending that you don't care. It may be trying something new while your mind is telling you, don't mess it up, don't mess it up. Because often the challenge is not what's in the test, right? Sometimes the challenge is what's on your chest. So, what we're going to do is embrace them, because those are the moments when courage is born. Every single time you choose to keep going, you grow stronger, stronger and stronger, so embrace it. Next is L. L is for learn continuously. When I was your age, I thought I knew it all. The older I get, the more I realize there's so much to know, right? So imagine raising your hand to ask the question everybody else is afraid to ask. The room goes quiet, and then suddenly, your teacher may smile. One of your classmates might nod, and you hear somebody whisper in the back, "Thank you." Right? That is learning, being brave enough to ask the questions. So keep learning. The next one is inspire others. I is for inspire others. Some of you may think that you need to be perfect to be able to inspire others, but no. You just need to be honest. You need to be real. You need to be kind. You need to be someone that others feel safe to be around. So, be the one who holds the door, the one who speaks the truth. Because you don't have to change the world today, but you can change somebody's world today with a little thing. E. E is for empower yourself. We hear a lot about empowerment, but empowerment is an action. It looks like walking away from someone who laughs at your dreams. Because I know those are moments that we quite don't know what to do. Walk away from people who laugh at your dreams. Empowerment feels like saying yes based on truth, not on pressure. And empowerment sounds like saying no, that's not okay with me. And it also means that you delete that angry message that you put together. Delete it, you can stand up without too much trauma on others. So empower yourself. The next one is have a vision. If you close your eyes and imagine. Think about who you want to be. How do you want to be? Imagine what you would be like if you never held back, if you did not hold back, if you let your full self walk into rooms before all of your doubts show up. Right? Encourage. Well, this was your vision. Now we're moving to encouraging. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Be your own hype team. Be your own hype team. Do you speak to yourself with love? Do you speak to yourself kindly? Or do you look in the mirror and say ugly things to yourself? Speak to yourself with love, and then pass that power on. Who around needs a lift today? If you look to the left, to the right, if you think about who's at home, who needs a lift? Because with some kind words coming from you, you can change somebody's entire day. You have that power. So, speak encouragement. Be encouragement. And don't forget that you deserve it too. That's the believe way. It's not just a list, it's not just a bunch of rules. It is a way to live so that you can continue stepping up in every area of your lives. So, when you get to high school, which is where we almost are now, right? Don't wait to be chosen. Choose yourself. Believe in yourself. Because your stepping up and your growing is not for later. It's something that we all need to work on now. It starts now. And when you start wanting to do things and people are wondering and somebody says, "Who told you you could do that?" I want you to put your hand on your chest and say, "I did." Okay. That's right. Thank you.